Hey, what's good? Hey, check this out. This one, it ain't really about my kids. It ain't no jokes involved with this one. I gotta switch it up a little bit. I don't really talk too much about my opinions on things. You know what I'm saying? I make little sly comments or videos, whatever the case may be. But I feel like it's getting to a point where if there's ever a time to speak up about this shit, like right now is a really good time. And now I pay attention to the news all the time. I got multiple news apps on my phone. I stay in tap with what's happening back in my hometown, Pittsburgh. And I stay in touch with what's going on back where I used to stay in Charlotte. And the news, national news, you got Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, IG, all that. And it's just, man, it's shit like this. It's shit like this, and I was having a conversation about it yesterday. People wonder why we don't want to stand up and believe in no kind of legal system, judicial system, no government, no nothing, no nation that don't even want to protect its peoples, its citizens, man. Hey, peep this, man. If you want to look into it, you can look into it. I'm not finna break the whole thing down, but essentially, it was some police, and they heard about a robbery, and they stopped the wrong people, and they ran up on them, and the driver ran off. Black man, and he was shot in his back, and he laid there for 26 minutes before they started rendering aid. He was unarmed, and he was unalive, right? So the grand jury or whoever decided that the police wasn't guilty. Okay. Not second degree, not third degree, not voluntary, involuntary, nothing. Now, I want you to think about that, right? He pulled over the wrong people, and then he unalived an individual who was unarmed. And honestly, this is in Oregon, but in certain states and here in North Carolina, you can't even do that to somebody in the back. You can't do that to somebody in the back. I've had my training, I've taken the classes. In North Carolina, somebody could be in your kitchen making a sandwich, and if you were to if you were to instigate and interact with them while they had their back to you, you going to jail. That's the law. You going to jail. And so I had to look up the definition of this word right here. I had to look that up just to make sure I wasn't tripping, that you could read it. So if you do that, if you approach somebody like that, you have the intent, you know what I'm saying? But maybe you might have thought he was the bad guy, but whatever the case may be, that's a charge, man. That's a charge. You don't want to give him no time, that's fine, man. You know what I'm saying? He do some unsupervised probation, but he gets that on his record, and he doesn't just get to go back out there with the same badge and the same firearm and get to make that same mistake again because our family has changed. And now, mind you, they got the lawsuit, but you know who pays for the lawsuit? That's us. We paying for him who done unalive a member of the community and wasn't even held accountable. Now, think about what they do if somebody does the same thing to the police, man. They go all the way to the max every single time. So why don't we get the same kind of protection? You know what I'm saying? Every time something happens, it's flags flown at half staff. But anytime a black person or a person of color is unalive, innocent, maybe they at the house, Breonna Taylor, maybe they out and about. This cat, man, he might have just been riding around having a good time, and all of a sudden police jump out, he run, he doesn't know what's going on, and then he's not here no more. You know what I'm saying? Where's the flags flown at half staff for us? You feel me? How come you don't go out there and go penalties all the way to the max for us? That's why we don't never be on no real, and then you wonder why we just not patriotic. And kiss my mother